What's up, everybody? Last podcast of the year. Getting ready for the new year, 2023. That's right. I'm pumped. I got a lot of goals. I got a lot of things I want to do. I'm pretty excited for this. This is going to be a big year. So, some of the things that I want to improve on, just for my own personal self, is I want to try to stay more positive. I want to try to look towards the future and try not to worry about too much what happened yesterday. Let's focus on the future and less about what happened already. There's no point in worrying about what already happened. Whatever happened. Let's focus on the future. And I'm a big believer in that. I've been really pushing myself to be a better person for this new year. And I truly think no matter what you've gone through, no matter your past, no matter, what you feel like could bring you down or keep you down, it doesn't matter. It's already over with. Focus on bettering yourself. And I hope I could be an inspiration to some, because everyone knows 2022 was a crazy year for the Crockers. For all the Crockers, my entire family was a crazy year. And Danielle and I are trying to just do whatever we can to stay positive and move forward and build out here, build our future, do everything we want to do, because it's our future. And so one of the big things on YouTube, we are right at 300,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Been doing YouTube full time on the Crockers for multiple years now. The Crocker Life is closing in on 25,000 subscribers, and that's been going for, I don't know, I'd say roughly a year, probably a little over a year, but really and truly when we got this property is when we started to really do videos. So I would say over about a year, about 25,000 subscribers. And then this podcast has over 4,000 subscribers, and it's pretty brand new. I started back at the other property, but I only posted a few, and then we kind of did a few at the house in town. And then now we're doing it more on a regular basis. We did skip a little bit. It was the holidays. Stuff going on. Danielle's mom was in town. We visited with her. Danielle had to work the holidays. I was busy trying to finish up a bunch of this stuff around here. And a big goal of mine is to see all of these channels do well. We do have another channel, Coffee the Crockers. We are the people with probably the most channels in our niche, genre, whatever you want to call it. And we've always been made fun of for that. At least I have, I guess. And it was always, back when I started a second channel, everyone's like, you just think people care so much to listen to what you have to say. And then we started the Crocker Life. They're like, oh, you think your life's so interesting that you should have another channel. And then we started the podcast. People are like, you really like to hear yourself talk. You're just full of yourself. I don't really care. I truly don't care what anyone says at this point. I mean, there's nothing that could be said or done about me that could bring me down. I have gone through everything on YouTube, and I've definitely learned there's no point in being upset about any of it. There's no point in being upset with people that try to use you or try to take advantage of you. Just cut them off, move on, move forward. And if people are trying to use you and stuff, that means you're doing well. That means you're onto something. And I truly feel like we are onto something around here. And I'm going to take a drink real quick. I'm trying to be better. I know we do drink on this podcast. We do drink sodas and stuff as well. This is water. I've been trying to drink more water. It's just not easy for me. I don't like drinking water. So I do have a pack of flavor and stuff in there. And then I did put a little moonshine just because I was going to do a podcast. It's better than Mountain Dew, even though the Mountain Dew Zero isn't absolutely terrible for you, but it's not good for you. So one of my big goals is to try to eat healthier this year. Try to get in shape, not buff or anything like that, just get in shape, stretch, try to warm up in the morning and stretch and do a little bit of workouts, kind of get my mind going right. I want to wake up early, just get things going, get coffee Crockers out, start my day on a positive note, hopefully start y'all's day on a positive note. There'll be times that we rant and rave and whatever, but for the most part, we're going to try to really stay positive and lively and upbeat and all of that. And you guys know my buddy SV Thunder Road, Brandon. He was on the podcast for a few episodes, came up, he did a video, and we were live and stuff. And we have literally talked almost every single day since he's been up here. It's been awesome. It's a friendship that I'm so glad is just thriving again. Not that ever wasn't doing well. We just both had things going on in our lives, and I think it's just at the point now where we were doing things, and it kind of came back, and it just makes sense. And we have just been, on it. We had just been texting each other how to do things, how we can get better at things, projects we can do, things we can do on ourselves, just anything and everything you can think of. And I think that's something that I've been missing and wanting. Just that super, super close friend that I could hit up like that. And I don't know, it's freaking awesome, and it lit a fire under my butt, and I'm just so excited with just everything that's going on. And literally right before this podcast, we were texting and talking about projects that we could do, and he's talking about doing certain things in his life that further him and going towards his dreams. And it's just freaking awesome. And the fact that we have all of you guys that watch, and you're here to motivate us and listen and give us advice and just be literally the backbone of all the channels. It's just super awesome. Like, how can you fail when you have such a crazy support system? You can't fail. Danielle and I, we feel very fortunate, very lucky. I wish she was here right now. Unfortunately, she's not. But we will be jumping back on more podcasts, not just solo. I did film 2 podcasts that I was going to have come out. It's just kind of bad timing with things that I've talked about. In them, I did 2 of them, and I talked about stuff, and then it was just bad timing as far as stuff that went on, and I had to put a video out on the Crockers about it, about things, and I was just like, you know what, it's not a smart thing to do right now, I guess, to put these out. Maybe I'll put them out later, maybe I'll never put them out, but going into that, normally I'd be like, F it, I don't care, throw them out there, let's see what happens, let's take a gamble. It's probably not a good thing, but let's do it. And I really tried to stop myself and think, okay, is this a sign that this is happening? Maybe I shouldn't put this out. Let me think on it. And I just made the decision to not just put them out. And again, maybe we'll put them out later. But I knew that I was starting to think in the right direction whenever I actually thought about it and rationalize and stuff. And that's a big thing that I'm really going to try to work on, is trying to really think things through, try to think before reacting. That's a hard thing for me to do. I'm really going to try to not fully plan out things I do, but maybe think a little bit more. I'm trying to put more effort in everything I do. And to be a better person, I really feel like you have to put, more effort into what you're doing. And I'm not saying I didn't put effort. I'm just saying behind the scenes, I want to put more effort. Whew, burping. As far as, what I say in a video, how I react to other things, and, how to plan out, projects, and how I should portray them to you guys, when should I put videos out. I have gone back and forth, like, okay, I'd love to do daily vlogs again, and I get very hyped up in my head about it, and then I'm like, okay, uploading daily vlogs is the challenge. Doing the daily vlog isn't the challenge out here, it's uploading them, because I have to go to Walmart, drive to town, upload them, or try to upload them overnight, but then I eat through my data. So maybe we'll be having internet out here soon. We're working on getting electricity out here. We have Starlink internet. Maybe that will start working. I know they're putting more satellites up in the air, and hopefully, if it can get to that point, I'm definitely going to start trying to get back to more of a daily vlog type thing. I think it's interesting when you could see someone's day-to-day life. Even if we're working on a big project, you still get to see more of just a daily progress type thing, and I think that's cool. The Crocker life, we do a lot of like showing the animals and behind the scenes stuff like that. That's more of our daily life, but we just haven't been posting on it as much lately. We've had a lot going on and stuff, but I'm really going to just try and give it my all and do everything I can. And boy, am I excited. I'm going to be exhausted after this year, but my goal is we're going into 2023 with 300,000 subscribers, which is crazy, and never, ever did I think that would happen. But I want 500,000 by the end of the year. I want to be able to, because last year was about 100,000 subscribers-ish, something like that, and then well under 200,000. I don't know that. And then now we're at 300, and I would like to see it get to 500. So in order to do that, we have to change things up. We have to keep it spicy, as Danielle and I would like to say. We always say, keep it spicy. And I'm going to have to get creative with my videos. I'm going to have to do some big videos. I'm going to have to do some big projects. I'm going to have to really bust butt and get there and finish the tiny house and put out time-lapse videos, the barn, time-lapse video, little projects, time-lapse video, and that's a big thing to build channels is full video start to finish, time-lapse. Those really, really help blow up channels and stuff. So if you're a YouTube channel out there and you're really trying to get some numbers, the daily vlogs will get you going, but they won't give you big numbers. But if you want to do big numbers, do time-lapse videos, things like that truly help. If you look through our most popular videos, they're going to be the time-lapse videos because it'll be like converting a whole shed into a tiny house, building a tiny house, converting the shop, stuff like that. It's just in our world of things, that's what gets the big numbers. So just going to really, really try to hit it hard and build it up. And I would love to see the Crockers hit the 100,000 and get one of those plaques back there, YouTube award button or whatever you call it. I don't freaking know. 1,000 plaque, 100,000 plaque. Get that, and then I would love to see this podcast by the end of the year get 25,000 subscribers. That means it would have basically taken the same course as the Crocker life. And Coffee with the Crockers, I mean, cool. I would love it to build up, but honestly, that's just a thing. I don't know if it'll ever really build to be huge or anything. I just enjoy that. That's more of a slow pace, kind of just talking. Sometimes I'm driving to go and get materials or, whatever we do. It would be interesting to spice up Coffee with the Crockers, but I do feel like that has its own touch, its own feel to it, and just the sitting and drinking coffee low key or driving to town talking while driving, I think that's a good vibe for that one. So I'm pretty cool with the way that one is. And again, I'm not really worried about building that up to anything crazy. I just kind of enjoy it, get to talk, get my day going, hopefully motivate someone. And again, I've talked about this before, but I want to be able to do classes where I could teach some of you guys, the younger channels, how to utilize YouTube to the most potential you possibly can. I am not an expert. I do have knowledge in it, and I have experience that I've learned what works, what doesn't work, and I would love to pass that on. There's some people out there, just to be completely honest, I don't want to give them my knowledge. I don't want to tell them things. I see stuff they do, and I'm like, why are you doing your titles like that? Why in the world would you put all that stuff in your title? That doesn't belong in a title. That doesn't belong in your thumbnail. That doesn't belong in this or that. Then again, at the end of the day, I'm not an expert. That's my opinion on it. But I'm like, that's kind of dumb. I don't know. Just to be honest, it is kind of funny. I get people messaging me, be like, "Did you see this person's thing?" And I'm just like, "Yeah," but. There's people like that, and I feel bad saying it, but it's just the truth. I don't really want to help those people out. Those people, I just don't care about. They're not my cup of tea. Don't really have friendships with them. Don't really anything like that. So it's like, I don't want to help them, and that's a bad thing to think. That is a really bad thing to think, because it should just be like, hey, whatever. If you get that knowledge and you can do something with it, cool. There's plenty to go around, but at the same time, it's like, nah, you've done me dirty. I don't want to help you out. So I do want to, have these classes that I could do. And I know a lot of people say, like, do Zoom calls. You could just do videos online and put them out there. And yes, I might eventually put a course together through video and put it online. But I'm not going to do Zoom, because I feel like it's hands-on. You got to be there. You got to really see things. And in a Zoom meeting, it'd be too hard, especially with multiple people and everyone's using different software or cameras and stuff. So I want to be able to set it up where we can all meet at a hotel, and I can figure out a conference room or something that we can all go in, and y'all could just ask questions. I can give you all little tips and tricks that you probably don't know, or what have you even thought about. I could right then and there show you how to do edits. Maybe your camera, whenever you're filming, it's way too bright. It doesn't look good. I could show you how to fix that. I could show you how to fix colors. I could show you how to change the colors if you want it to look different. I could show you how to do little cinematic bars if you want to make it look like a movie. I could just show you all sorts of things, how to put music, how to line up music, how to even cut music shorter to fit the footage you have, how to measure on the beat. A lot of people will just get a bunch of footage, put it together, and then they throw a song on, and that's the wrong way to do it. You're always supposed to edit to the song. Don't put the song to your edit. I've done music videos. I did that for a long time. That's how I got my come up in the video world. And so when it comes to that stuff, I kind of got it down, I guess, more than I guess most YouTubers. I'm very lucky that I have a background in video. So I would like to put that out there to people and hopefully be able to help and do all that. So that's a huge goal of mine, is to give back as much as I can. I would love to be on someone else's podcast. I can't do it all the time, but I would love to go and be a guest on other people's podcasts. I would love to be a guest in other people's videos. I would love to have people here as a guest. Just things like that, to where it's more of giving back. This last year, I felt like we had to be very protective of ourselves. We had to be a little standoffish. We got screwed so many times by so many different people, some that no one even knows about, that was never really brought to light or anything. But we had to live our life this year as more of watching our back, and it's sad that it's that way. But there's a lot of really crappy people in this world, and that's something that I want to work on, I guess, is just helping people, getting back in the game. And that's how the Crockers was built up, off of commenting back to people, making sure to try to heart every comment. As the channel gets bigger and bigger and there's more comments and stuff, it's harder to do. But as of lately, preparing myself for this next year, I've gone through and I've spent a good amount of time trying to comment back to people and heart them. And if I hearted your comment, I actually read it. Just sometimes it's just very hard to go back through and comment to all of them. That's a full-time job, and that's hard to do. But I don't know. Another thing, too, is 2023, I'm going to try to accept help. I'm going to try to, when I see a project that is just a little too big for me, a little bit of an undertaking, I could probably knock it out faster if I get some help. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start trying to get help. I have a huge thing. I guess, like a pride issue when it comes to projects and stuff. At the end of the day, I would love to just see everything done and know that Danielle and I did it. But in reality, there's so much to do when you have 60 acres and it started as raw land and we're still getting things going and we got to build a tiny house and all of that. So there's things that I'm going to work on and try to get better at getting help from people. Now, that doesn't mean every person that says they're willing to come help, I'm going to let them help, because the reality is and this isn't anything bad towards anyone individually. I'm not calling anyone out or anything like that. But there are a lot of people that come and say, I would love to come help you. I would love, what if we just had like a work party and we had a bunch of people come out and work? The reality is, and this is the reality, I've seen it happen at other people's places and stuff like that. The reality is when you get a big group of people to come out and work, it's not going to get done. That's just the reality. Is it's not going to get done because people are too busy talking and goofing around and stuff, which is cool. I think there's a time and place for that, but a lot of it is people just wanting to go to someone's place as a viewer of YouTube, and they want to check it out. So they're like, I'll come out and help, when it's honestly just going to slow things down, or they have absolutely no knowledge in what they're doing. They may have the right heart and they may have the right, mindset, I guess, of wanting to help. It's just in reality, it's going to make things harder than, it is helping. And that's just reality. It doesn't mean people are ungrateful for those wanting to help. And I'm definitely not ungrateful for anyone that has said they've wanted to help. I think that's very, very nice. I think it's such an amazing thing that people want to get out and help people, especially us, just speaking for myself. And so, I don't know, I find it very, very comforting, very heartwarming that people want to help, but in reality, it would just slow things down, and I don't want anyone taking that the wrong way. It's just the truth. But we will definitely be having people out here, and again, just texting with my buddy Brandon. I'm excited, and I'm not even him, but watching his channel grow. He came up here, and I think he had like 700 subscribers. Now he's at like 1,700. He's gaining, and he's pumped about it, and we're working on trying to get to the point where he can have the dreams that he wants and stuff. And him and I are very much alike in a lot of ways. We're different in others, which is great, because you don't want the exact person over and over. That would get wild. There doesn't need to be a bunch of me's out there. But we have a lot in common that we want to do. And again, like I said, we've been talking a lot and we've been bouncing stuff off. And even in the very least, just the fact that we can just be excited for one another. And when we see something, I'm like, dude, you got this many views on the video, or dude, you see this comment, or whoa, look at this, or he's commenting on, texting me about stuff that happened on our channels and stuff like that. Like, it's just cool to have someone like that, in your daily life, that just pumps you up and gets you excited. And I think we needed that, or I'll say I needed that for sure. Danielle and I have really been talking a lot lately, and trying to figure things out, figure our future out, figure just anything and everything out we can, and trying to learn from the past, and trying to, really focus on the future, and just be the best versions we can. And I don't know, it's awesome, it's exciting. I think you guys can tell a difference in me lately, and it feels good that when you see a comment saying, man, I haven't seen you this happy or this excited in a long time. I'm like, yes, like it's shining through. That's awesome, because when you're excited and you're putting out these positive vibes and energy, and you're putting out these things, it's just awesome. It's just, you can't go wrong when you're doing that. And the video I did on the Crockers about educating the haters, wanting to call like not SPCA, the PETA and animal control and all that stuff. My first thought was like, and then I was just like, you know what? No, the best thing you can do is educate them. And I started really looking into it, and I knew we were feeding the animals plenty. I didn't know the exact amount or anything. I just knew it was plenty. And so I started really looking it up, and I was like, okay, I want to educate these people on what we do and why we do it here. And I think that's the way to do it, is instead of being angry about someone that says something ignorant, when you do something ignorant, it doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you're ignorant to it, which ignorant is you're just, you don't have the knowledge in whatever's going on, that subject and stuff. Doesn't mean you're stupid. You just don't have that knowledge. And the best way to get that knowledge is to be educated by someone that knows it. And so I just wanted to try to make it where maybe these people were just ignorant in it and didn't know better, and maybe it'll help them out, and maybe they'll think differently. And I even said, hey, if you're one of these people that hate me so much that you want to try to destroy me, I welcome you out here. I welcome you to come out and check everything out. You could film, you could do whatever. I want you to be on the podcast. Let's talk it out. Now, I haven't had anybody take me up on that offer, but I put it out there, and if they want to be man or woman enough, then come on. I'm ready. I'm willing to talk and educate you on how I feel, why I feel certain ways, and why we do certain ways. And then maybe talking to them, they can, from an outside perspective, be like, I don't like the way you do this. I don't like the way you do that. Cool. Let me learn from it. And that's a big goal of mine this year, is to learn from others and learn from things that I did wrong. And I think that is something that we all, as humans, no matter your age, can learn from. I'm almost 40 years old, and sometimes I do things and I'm like, oh, why did I do that? And then sometimes I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm really wanting to better myself. I really want to, push myself and be a better person and be more positive and learn and educate myself. I don't want to be ignorant in things either. I want to learn as much as I can. And so I'm constantly listening to different podcasts and trying to understand why people do certain things, learn new things. I watch videos on YouTube that people have skills of this nature, podcast stuff, ranching, building tiny houses, building stuff. Like, I'm always trying to educate myself. There's hardly any time. I used to just listen to music and that was it. And now I try to listen to podcasts and audiobooks and stuff like that, because I really feel like knowledge is power. They always say that, but knowledge is power. You can't go wrong by learning. And sometimes learning isn't just opening a book. Sometimes learning is talking to somebody and figuring out why they think the way they do, especially someone that doesn't see eye to eye with you. You need to learn their point of view so you can figure out why they feel that way or why they think that way. And I think that's probably the biggest thing humans need to learn, again, is, to be open-minded. And I don't know. I don't want to get too far into this, because then it could get like political and left against right and this and that, and I don't want to go there. But I don't know. I guess my big goals this next year are to build the channels up the biggest I can, because at this point they're just personal goals. Very, very, very fortunate to have the subscribers that we have, the numbers we have, the money we make, the lifestyle we have, the property we have, stuff like that. Never in a million years did I think I'd be in this position, and I'm very fortunate, and I know that. And so it's just personal goals when I say I want to get 500,000 subscribers by the end of the year, or I want to see, the Crocker Life get a plaque. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we get it or not, but if you're not setting big goals and working towards them, then what are you doing? And I'm a big believer in shoot high and then hit over the target. It's something. It's like when I first started doing video work and I didn't even know how to do stuff, and one of the bands was like, hey, do you do music videos? And I'm like, yes. And I had no idea how to do it. Just agree to I'm a big believer. Agree to the job, and then from that point until you have to do the job, learn how to do the job. Don't say no. Try not to say no to things. If you can try to do something and learn from it, do it. And so I don't know. A big goal of mine, again, is just push, build these channels as big as we can get it, just because you always want to evolve. You don't want to stay stagnant. And, if we could, start making $1 million a year on YouTube, which we're nowhere near that, but let's say make $1 million a year on YouTube. You know how many people we can help with that? You know how many people's lives you can change? And it gives us the freedom to go out and help other people. It gives us time to not have to work as much if you're making that type of money. And then you can go back and give back to other people. No, we're nowhere near making $1 million a year, but if you push and push and push to have a better life, I feel like you can better other people's lives. And, Danielle and I are big believers in that. We'll see things and we'll, anytime we go eat, she's like, you left a good tip, right? I'm like, yeah, I left a good tip. Or, we did something like, hey, did you just do that for someone? Yes, you did. Like there's always things that we're trying to do that, and it doesn't even have to be money or anything. It could be hold the door open for someone, or, there's people like if you're at Walmart and I see them pushing their carts back to the cart thing, and I'm going inside, hey, let me grab that cart for you, and I'll take it inside. They're like, oh, like no one expects stuff like that. And that could be the smallest little thing that can make a big difference. And just things like that, I think, are big goals for people, is to be more aware, look around, see what's going on. Maybe you see someone that's maybe struggling, go help them out. Maybe you see someone in line that only has a couple of bucks, and they're literally they open their wallet and they pull out the last $3 to buy some canned food. Just go pay for the food. If you can afford it, go pay for the food and let them have that $3 to go buy more cans of food or whatever they need. I don't know, but that's a big goal of mine, is to try to be more aware, and I already feel like I'm pretty aware. I feel like when I'm in town, I'm not on my phone unless it's just uploading videos, and then my phone's like in the shopping cart. That's a big thing Danielle and I do. Say if we go to Walmart and we're uploading, we get our videos uploaded, and we stick the phones in our carts, and then we just go walk and do whatever. And you're always just looking and seeing and stuff like that. And I don't know, I'm a big believer in look up every now and again. Look up and see who's around you in your surroundings. And even if you're not even gonna trying to help someone or whatever, just looking and observing, you can learn so much. It's crazy. We live in a world of smartphones and stupid people, and I hope we can change that. So I don't know, big goals this year. I'm very excited. I don't know. I'm just super pumped for this next year. And I'm a big believer in also, it's like you don't have to wait until a new year to be a better person or anything like that. You could start now, you could start tomorrow, you could start a week, whenever it is. Just start being a better person. It just happens that this is the New Year's coming up, and I feel like we're opening the book and we're flipping to the next chapter. We're gonna write, literally it's blank pages, and we can write whatever we want, and we want to write it to be the biggest and best thing we possibly can. So I'm so excited to be doing what we're doing and to have the dreams and hopes that we have. And I'm hoping maybe this next year, 2023, we can see a little more of Matt Payne out there on YouTube, whether he's in our videos or he does his own stuff or he's in other people's videos. I want to see a little bit of Matt Payne out there. Hopefully do some collabs with Cold Beer, Paragon Ridge Ranch and Mullet Dude and my buddy Brandon. There's a lot of people out there, that we could just do stuff with. And I'm excited. There's just a lot that can happen, a lot of potential. I don't know. I'm just pumped. That's all I could say is I'm just pumped for this next year. I hope you guys are pumped, and hopefully every day that we put videos out, we can either make you feel good after watching it or inspire you or motivate you or whatever it is. We just hope you get something out of watching our videos, whether it's on the podcast, the Crockers, the Crocker Life, whatever we can do to even just put a smile on your face, motivate you, pump you up, get you excited, or whatever. Or maybe where you want to start your own channel, or start a business, or move up in the company you're in, or whatever. We hope that we can change people's lives, and I feel like we're put in this position to have a platform that have people watching us, and the best thing you can do when you have people watching you is set an example and do the best you can. And it took me a while to learn this and to really put it in motion. But here I am. Whatever happened yesterday, I truly don't care. I'm living for today. I'm living for tomorrow. And that's my biggest goal is who cares what happened yesterday? Let's live for today. And I think that's the biggest thing is live for today. Be happy. Don't let anything bring you down, and go for your dreams. So, guys, 2023 is going to be freaking awesome. It's going to be a kick-ass year. I'm pumped.